Hi, everyone. Welcome back to Lisa's Love and Light. Thank you for being here today. Happy Wednesday, as they say, happy hump day. Thank you for being here, and thank you for continuing to show up, even if you're not here live, for watching when you have a free moment. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for listening to these messages. I'm getting comments from a few of you, and thank you for being here. I really appreciate you all. So let's keep this going. Let's. I'm hoping that this channel will reach more people, and they can tune in and listen because they're. Let's face it, everybody's having some kind of difficulties and problems, but a lot of people may not just willingly share what they're going through and what's happening in their life because they may be private and they may not be that type of individual, which is okay. This is why it's important, I say, to show up here. And perhaps when I talk about the personal things that I've gone through, perhaps you guys can pick up something from that and apply it to your own situation if it resonates with you, because these things has helped me. And like I said, I don't have a support system except for therapy that I do diligently every week because that's important for my healing and my self growth. And there's no shame to that. I have no problem telling people, hey, I've been doing therapy once a week for the last 4 years. It's important. Like I said, our mental and physical health is everything. And I'm learning to do things differently, creatively, to help myself, especially when I have those off days where I don't feel like getting up and I have those grief trigger moments. So I'm learning, step by step. What I love, people, is that, as keeping these vows to God, and when I take a step, God takes two and three and help me and show me that He's right there taking these steps to help me. And I'm really grateful for that, because I'm putting in a lot of hard work, a lot of effort. None of this is easy. And what I can say that I have overcome is being impulsive, as I was before, just making impulsive decisions. If it's about food or something like that, I'm talking about impulsive decisions that bring toxicity to your life. Now I think those things through. I take my time, and I'm very self-disciplined when it comes to situations because, people, places, and things. I don't do things the way I used to. And it's working, as I continue to persevere, fight through, crawl through, and chew through these challenges. And what I can't handle myself, and I give it to God, asking God to take on it. And He's been doing it as I take these steps. Remember, God is not going to help us if we don't want to help ourselves. We can pray all day and all night, but if we're not taking the initiative and trying to do things what we can on our end, he's not gonna really help. We have to take that initiative, and I'm seeing the progress, and I'm pretty happy so far with the direction the progress is going in. You know, it's important. One of the things is hard for me, guys. Even though I'm self care, I'm doing the self care because as you do the healing, and the grief starts to subside some. You start to self love and then self care, and I work hard to do the self care because it's important, especially as I get older, to take care of myself. What like compliments sometimes, and it comes out of nowhere, and I just get like the other day, I had to go somewhere and take care of something, and there was a guy there, and we got in a conversation, and we were talking, and I like to talk sometimes because sometimes I spend a lot of time in prayer meditation, and I don't get out as much. I go to work, of course, but I don't mingle. That's the word I'm looking for, as much as I used to. So when I see people and they want to talk, and I talk sometimes, and we were talking about different subjects and weather and things to do here in Massachusetts, right? And then I said, I have to go because I have to go back to work soon and I have some stuff to do. And, because I talked to him about, what was it, about 30 minutes or so. And then as I was leaving, he took a step towards me and asked for my number. And I wasn't thinking on those terms at all. I just like to talk about things and share and uplift people, and people do the same. And we talk about different funny stuff, because that's just how I am, you know. And I wasn't even thinking on those terms. And even though I'm on this path to healing, and I'm gonna like um, take out toxicity from my life and cut off, block, and delete. I do have compassion and feelings for other people. I don't like to hurt other people's feelings, etc. So when he asked for my number, I just said, "Let me take your number," because I know I'm not going to call because I'm not interested. But I didn't want to like say that to him. We were having such a long conversation, and that's it. And he wanted to continue. Maybe we can get together, go out, and some other stuff that he was saying, and then I started to feel uncomfortable, you know, and saying, "Oh, you're very attractive," etc. You know what they say, and I was just feeling uncomfortable because I, wasn't even thinking on those terms. Sometimes my youngest sister will remind me, "Well, hey, people want," because I'm not thinking about that right now. I have so much on my plate. I have other things going on that I'm thinking about, and I'm like, and she goes, "Why you didn't go out?" Because I'm not interested in him. And she goes, "Oh, did you tell him that?" "No, I didn't. I just said, let me get your number." And I just never called because I'm not interested. What am I going to say? I didn't want to hurt the guy's feelings, but I'm not. And I know that he was interested because he said some other stuff that showed that he was interested, because he wanted to get to know me and build up something. And I wasn't interested in him. And I would tell me in the comment categories, guys, because I haven't dated in a while. Like, if you know someone is interested in you and you're not really interested, how do you guys handle that? Just, I would like for you guys to share that. I'd like to know how you guys handle that. But anyway, it was a compliment. Then I was in a store and, getting some things that I needed. And then this woman tells me in the store, "Oh my God, you're beautiful," in front of all these people and out of nowhere, like left field. And so I felt uncomfortable and I felt like embarrassed a little bit. And I made a joke, to cover up whatever and say thank you. And I didn't remember everything I said. It was just, like, where's this going? And it was just, for me, I don't know, I guess I haven't been out there in a dating scene as much, but right now my focus is on other things. But it was nice to get the compliments, because I don't see it that way. I don't know. But anyway, like I said, I'm still working through the healing and certain things in my life, but it's nice to get compliments. I also give people compliments. That's why I'm talking about this, because I may see someone and say, "That's a nice pocketbook. Wow, that's nice. That's a nice color blouse," or whatever, and then we strike up conversation and talk about where they got the pocketbook or whatever. Things like that. I like doing that. But when it comes to dating and getting, I guess I'm not there yet, soon, but, meeting someone unexpectedly or whatever. But I just, tell me, guys, like, if you are not interested, and do you not hurt someone's feelings? How do you guys go about that? I just wanted to share that quickly before we get into the topic of discussion, because I'm still trying to, how do I say that? Like, feel my way around all of that. But anyway, let's get into this topic of discussion. I hope you guys had a great day. The weather may not be so great out, but it's Wednesday. So, the topic of discussion today, the title is Heal and Raise Your Vibrations. You know, it's important to stay on a path to heal. And as you continue to do the same thing, daily, And what I mean by do the same thing every day is to give yourself time to yourself. No matter what you have going on in your life, how busy your life is, because I'm very busy too, but I make time for me. And when I say make time for yourself, give yourself an hour or two, just to be by yourself, to do what's important for you that makes you feel better, like music, horseback riding. Some people, I don't know why that came into my mind. I think I had a conversation with somebody about horseback riding and, doing things, comedy shows, whatever live, whatever raises your vibrations and make you feel good, do that. And perhaps outline a goal as to the things that you want to accomplish in your life. Like, you want to go and buy that nice blouse, get your nails done, get a pedicure, get a massage, all these things that make you feel good about yourself because you're taking care of yourself. And it also um, enhances your physical and mental health, especially if you've gone through a lot of grief, depression, and trauma. Pamper yourself. You deserve that. Doesn't mean that you're being conceited or etc. We are supposed to pamper ourselves and take care of ourselves. We're supposed to love on ourselves because if you don't love you, how do you expect anybody else to? But put your mental and physical health as a priority. Take time to do you and don't let anyone make you feel guilty about that. Oh, you always doing A, B, C, and D. We're supposed to. I'm not saying to overdo it, but you just need that time to yourself so that you can regroup. Even at work, when people work too much and they don't take vacations, they feel drained and exhausted. But as soon as they make a conscious decision to take a vacation, they go away, relax, etc., they come back rejuvenated. And that's what we need to do when it comes to our physical and mental health. Just take a time out. Give yourself time every day to yourself to do what's important for you. And then you can get back to the basics of your daily routine. That's so important. Please keep that in mind. And when you get up in the morning, and if music helps you, put on some music to raise your vibration. I know music, a playlist of music that I love, it just helped lift my vibration from that mood. Sometimes you're just not in a good mood. It just raises that. And then I get up and do what I need to do. And I may have headsets on listening to a playlist, whatever helps you. It's so important to raise your vibration because as you continue to take care of stay on the journey to heal, you start to self love. And as you start to love yourself, you want to take care of yourself, your health, and every aspect of your life. It's not being um, selfish or conceited. We're supposed to take care of ourselves. That's so important. And with that being said, some people, when they see you taking care of yourself and you feeling better, you're at inner peace, and you're doing your part, and you're persevering through challenges and ups and downs, because some of them may not be doing that, and they see you doing it, they start to feel some kind of way, some kind of envy, jealousy. Oh, I don't like him or her. They think that they're all of that, and etc. and so forth. And it's nothing could be further from the truth. That person should be taking care of themselves. We all should. And so sometimes what people who are invested in what somebody else has going on, what they end up doing is, just being intrusive in that person's life, always trying to see what they have going on, and, just hating on them and seeing, because they don't like their light shining. For some reason, it irritates their demons or whatever. And my attitude is if you don't like the light, you don't like that, then don't come near it. Just go in the other direction. It's okay if some people don't like you, that's fine. But when they take a negative action towards you because of that dislike, that is when it's not okay. It's like somebody who, is a bully. And bullies don't have to be children. You can be an adult bully, just bothering someone in their space, in their face, trying to start trouble, trying to get a rise out of them. There are people in this world who are miserable enough to do this kind of stuff. And sometimes what they do, they keep poking the bear. The bear's asleep. They keep poking at it, poking, doing things over and over and over, keep messing with the sleeping bear. And then one day the bear wake up and attack your ass. That's how it goes down. And then that person want to cry victim. But you've been poking the bear for a long time. The bear got tired, woke up, and just leave people alone if you don't like them. And it's okay if their belief system is different from yours. You know, God never made everything to be one way. And what I mean by that is the colors in this world. You don't have just one color. You have blue, you have red, you have orange, yellow. Things different. That's what but when you intermingle those things together, it can be beautiful. But people don't want to see it that way, some people, because they're stuck in a certain paradigm and a certain way of thinking, and they can't expand their mind. Like with me, if I go to a restaurant and I'm out with a friend or someone, and she says, I'm gonna try this, or she likes to eat a certain thing, just because I'm not familiar with it, I will try it and see if I like it. I'm open to that. But if I try something and I don't like it, then I won't, you know, have it again when I go out. So, but it's important to just be open minded to learning new things and learning, because I have learned so much on this journey about different cultures, about different people, and about certain things that I never knew about, and I'm like, wow, this is interesting, and it's just like, opening up a book or looking at historical facts and things that we didn't know. It expands our way of thinking, and seeing the world and things in it, instead of being closed-minded to things. And I'm very firm on embracing diversity in things. Just we all matter is what I'm saying. And some of us march to a different beat of the drum. Everybody is not alike. As I was growing up, like I said, while my sisters and my siblings and everybody else was into Soul Train and this and that, and I'm into American Bandstand, and while they're going out and hanging out, friends calling left and right, I'm reading a book. There was a time my sister, my oldest sister, you're always reading, you're always doing this and blah blah. I was a Danielle Still fan. Really, when I was a teenager, I must have read all of her books. As soon as I knew a new book was coming out, I was right there to get it. And I would just be balled up in a corner. I could read all day, all night. So it's not surprising that I'm a writer myself. I two published books and a third one on the way, because I just love reading, especially if it's a good storyline. And Danielle Still always had a plot twist to her stories, one that you would least expect. So what I did, I got tired of my sister saying blah blah blah. So I said, after I read her book Kaleidoscope, let me know about that in the comic category if you guys read that. It was also a Lifetime movie. Uh, Jacqueline Smith from Charlie's Angels played the oldest sibling. Um, and my sister started, I gave her the book. I said, I'm finished with it because I read it, because I collect them. I'm going to give you this to read. And she goes, I'm not into reading in books. When I came over again, she had the book. She was like halfway through it. And I would be talking to her. She wouldn't be listening. She'd be waving her hand at me because she's reading. I'm like, oh, I thought you don't like reading. But this book was something else, because this was about three siblings. And the father, all I'm going to say, out of a rage of something, of an argument, the father killed the mother. And the kids were separated because they were put in an orphanage home. And it went on, and the storyline went on from there. my sister was glued to this, like I can tell you. And she's like, oh my God. And then we had something in common to talk about, you know? And then she said, oh, if you get another book, let me know. So I would look at the storylines of what I thought she would be interested in. And there was one photo album. I love her books. And it just, and so my sister started reading some of them, and I was happy to do that. But that's where I was with that. And I was always like this nerdy, skinny kid, and as I grew older, I grew out of it. Um, Still a little nerdy. I like things that, I don't know, I'm a little different. Like, I may be busy and busy. For example, if I like someone, right? I will show that person I like them no matter how busy I am. I'm going to make time to spend with that person. And we're going to do fun stuff like we'll go bowling or to the arcade or to a carnival, something that's going to make us laugh, or a comedy show, something fun, because, I have that kid like, even though I'm adult, what I mean, that kid like spirit is what keeps you young and vibrant, and I like things that are fun and uplifting, and not a lot of toxicity. And when people see that, some people get upset about it, but it's who I am, and I'm very close to God. I stay in prayer a lot, and, we all are different in different ways. It doesn't mean that I think I'm better or anything. We all are just different. What I learned is to appreciate differences in other people, learn more about other people and their way of life and certain things. And, we all can share, and I just see things differently from a different perspective, especially since I've been on this journey of healing. It's important to heal the broken areas of our life, because if we don't heal them, then it will reflect in our life. You know, um, it's an outlet. Tears is an outlet to pain and grief. And it doesn't make you weak, because there's nothing weak about me and there's nothing naive about me. People may think that sometimes, but it's nothing like that. You know, Being able to be on a journey to heal is to look at yourself in the mirror and say what areas in your life are broken, and put the pieces back together. We all have something. We are all going through something. There's no shame to it. But when we can get on a bandwagon of healing and we heal those broken areas, then we can be a testimony to other people who are currently going through what we already went through. And we may be able to say something that helped us, that resonates with them, and they can apply it within their own situation so that they can get help too. The important and key factor is to pay it forward and let other people know that they don't have to stay in a place of despair and pain and feel hopelessness, because there is help. There's different ways to do this. They don't have to be stuck and stagnated and miserable, because that's no life at all. And helping others is helping yourself as well. I know for me it is, and just paying it forward and helping other people, because there's nothing easy about this journey called life with all these problems and the world spinning mostly on misery. So as I can be here to help other people and they get help and they pass it along, then everybody can show up for one another. That's the way it used to be, when the matriarchs of the family was here. Now many of them have died off, but still keeping this going to help other people know that they can get help and they can heal areas of their life. It's never going to be easy, but as you persevere through it, it gets better. You start to see the progress, and that's when you want to keep going. You know, that's the message today. Please share the videos with others. And also, please connect with a therapist in a state that you may live in, and start from there. That's the starting point, and a bereavement groups that they have for people who are grieving the love of lost ones. You may hear stories from other people at those groups that can help you as well. Maybe you can take something that resonate and apply it within your own situation, and it can help you as well, and we can help each other. That's the key factor. Let's help others so that we can be at a place of peace instead of in pieces. And also, think about things that are going to enhance your life. If something is not going to enhance your life and it's going to bring toxicity to it, think about, and reflect on that. It's what I try to do is have as little toxicity as possible. Maybe we can't get rid ourselves of it completely, but what we can control of it entering our life, that's what I try to do. It's so important, you know. And as you heal, you start to self-love, self-care, and then you are at a space of inner peace. That's the message today, everyone. Thank you for showing up and being here. Please share this video with other people. Subscribe to the channel so that you know when I'm on live and you can join in. And let me hear from you in the comment category as well. And thank you once again, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye for now.